All right, three big ones. Let's see. Let's see what I can do for shoulder press with 3 plates aside today. Well, it wasn't easy, but I matched a PR. I got 5 again. And the real weight here, as much as I'd like to say it was 315, it's not. I think it's 285, give or take, maybe 290, something like that. So it's not bad. I mean, for shoulder press, it's not bad. But again, it's on a Smith machine, so it's, I mean, depending on the person, some people might think this is harder, but I think it's a little easier. So 285 for 5, not a bad start. The the plan for the rest of this is really gonna be was gonna be based off how this first one went, and it was like I said, it wasn't easy. But I think last week when I tried this, or the week before, whenever it was, um, to even get 4 was a struggle. So considering I did 5, again, not easy, but I did it. I'll do one more. We'll do one more pretty heavy like this, and then I'll go down to probably 2.25 aside, and do a couple like that. We'll keep going. So yeah, just by you guys already know, just based off the title of the video, but it's the shoulder and back day. And since not even a full 2 days ago, I hit shoulders and triceps. Most of that was actually all of that was side delt for shoulders. So since I'm hitting shoulders again today, again, not even a full 2 days later, it's probably just going to be a lot of, not a lot, but front delt like I'm doing right now. And I'll throw some back in and then hit some rear delt as well. So probably not even a rep of side delt today. It's going to be front and rear with some back, like I said. So not a bad start. I mean, would I love to hit a PR? I mean, fuck yeah, I wish that happened every day. That's just not how it works. It is not how it works. So if you're expecting that, you might as well get that out of your head. It is far from how it works, unfortunately, but that's part of the challenge. It keeps me coming back. I love it. So, like I said, let's do one more heavy like this. I'll try to get 4, maybe 5 if I can. Again, I doubt it, but I'm gonna fucking try. And then we'll go a little lighter and keep going. I could have fought for one more, but realistically, I don't even like saying this, but I don't think I would have got it. It'd have been close. I mean, there was definitely a chance I could have got it. You know what I mean? But the first set was kind of that set that I pushed it pretty far. I mean, you see how tough the fifth rep was on the first one. So anything On the second set was just kind of like icing on the cake. I didn't want to push it too far again, considering how heavy I'm going. You know, anytime you're doing sets of 5 and under, you really start to increase the risk factor. So if you have one good set where that third, fourth, fifth rep, whatever it is a fucking barn burner, and I mean it is taking everything you need to get it. It's a grinder, and you're in just that one rep for seconds, like a lot of seconds. Um, Anything after that, I mean, in my opinion, you don't have to push it that hard again with this heavy weight. Once you kind of go a little lighter, you can get back to it. But yeah, I'm gonna take a 45 off each side, throw a 25 on, and do two more. We'll do two more. All right, I'm thinking. I don't know. What am I thinking? Uh, 10, 10 good controlled reps. Obviously, if I can do more, I'm gonna do more. But I'm thinking around 10 probably, considering I've already done two pretty heavy sets. I mean, that definitely zapped a little bit of my strength and energy. But I think a solid 10. And like I said, if I can do more, awesome. But I think around 10 is probably where I'm gonna be with this. I think the real weight here is 245, 245, 250. Oh. I know better than to do this. And it doesn't always happen, but when I skip breakfast, sometimes, like when I skip breakfast and I do an early morning workout, sometimes I can feel it. I kind of get a little shaky, and I was feeling that effect right in the middle of that set. That kind of sucked. It's definitely not an excuse. I mean, shit, I know better than to do it, like I said. But I mean, sometimes if you're in a hurry or kind of in a bit of a time crunch or whatever, you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, again, this is kind of easy to say in hindsight too. Hindsight's 2020. But I definitely should have ate something before I come in here. It still wasn't bad. I did 9. I was hoping for 10, but you know, there's what you hope for, and then reality. And reality is I got 9. Could I have done a 10th one, kind of like the previous set when I did 4? Maybe. Could have done 5. Maybe I could have done 10, but I think the chances were lower. Probably 60-40. 60, I wouldn't have got it. 40, I would have. So at that point, I'm just gonna stop at 9. I got one more set. One more set here, and try to do 9. I'll try to do 9 again. I think I can. It's definitely gonna be tougher, but and then we'll see. We'll see after that because I really don't know what I'm gonna do next. So let's just focus on the next set and go from there when it's done. All right, success. I would call that a success. Now, still don't know what I want to do next, so I need to figure that out. But good freaking start. Off to a good start. My shoulders are definitely pumped a lot, actually, especially after that drop set. So let me figure it out, which might take a minute. Then we'll get after it. Well, I thought it made sense since I'm already on the Smith machine, or I was doing shoulder press. Might as well stay right here, and we're gonna do some bent over rows. Hit the lats pretty good. I'm gonna, well, at least I think. We'll see how the first one goes, but I think I'm gonna skip or avoid doing reverse grip. We'll save that for Tuesday's back day, and I'm gonna do this overhand. Obviously, I'm gonna use my straps. Now, there was definitely some consideration um, trying to do 3 plates today, but I'm kind of until I get stronger. Um, I kind of feel like I'm gonna save the three plate rows for whenever I start on a back day or back in whatever day. Whenever I start with bent over rows. Other than that, it's gonna be 2 1/4. Real weight 245. Um, a nice little chunk of weight, but yeah. So let's do it. Let's hit the. Now I don't know if it's just. Well, I mean, obviously I don't know what it is, but after doing those sets of shoulder press, there's actually kind of like a burning pain right here. It's not it's not enough to make me stop working out, but definitely I feel it. And again, I don't know if that's just from the sets themselves and my shoulders are still just kind of recovering, or something's a little twinge. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, I'm gonna try to be mindful of it right here and do what I can. Definitely, be intense, push it. But if it gets too bad, might have to kind of change the game plan a little bit. But for now, let's do this first set and kind of see how it goes. All right, not bad. Felt a little heavier than the last couple times I've done it, but that's just part of training and lifting weights. You're gonna have days like that. Yeah, so let's do a couple more, maybe a drop set, but I can handle a couple more, and then I'll figure out what I want to do next. That I didn't really feel this little pain right here affecting me while I was doing the set, but as soon as I racked it, I felt um the burning. I felt it. So again, I just gotta be mindful and do what I can. but not definitely not get hurt. That is not the point. All right, do two more, just like I said, and go from there. Shit. Ah. Oh man, I was shaking like a fucking leaf on that. Ah, you know what? God damn it, I'm doing a drop set now, just for that reason. Okay, that's it for bent over rows. Oh man, I didn't even realize this. Look at this. A casualty. Yep, this is a casualty of a good intense set. Lost one of my bracelets. You know what? If it's for the gains, it's totally worth it if you ask me. Yeah, I think it's done. It's totally worth it though. I got plenty more at home, so what's the matter? All right, man. Let's move on. I'll probably do a little bit more back. Honestly, it's probably just one more exercise. I might only do like 2 sets or something. Um, I don't want to go crazy with the back volume because I literally have to hit it back again in 2 days. So I want to do just enough to stimulate, get some response, some growth maybe, if I'm lucky, and then kind of get out of here. So the plan was to do reverse pec deck after those seated rope pull downs that I did, which I really like those. But every time I do them, it's gonna be high volume because the cables over there just don't go heavy enough for pull downs for me or rows, anything really like that. Um, but I feel like for today, I did fairly heavy bent over rows, and I was like, you know what, second exercise, I'll pick something that's fairly easy, but I can still make it intense and just do higher volume. Um, yeah, and I only did 2 sets, like I said, with a drop set. But anyways, the plan was to do reverse pec deck, and I guess it's just the position, the fixed movement. I don't know, but every rep I did, because I try to do some feel out sets, which this is why I like to do feel out sets. Every rep I did, it hurt this. So luckily, I can do these, which I've been meaning to come back to these anyway. So it's kind of like, you know, maybe this was the kick in the ass I needed. But yeah, luckily I can do these. It doesn't. I mean, I felt it on the first couple reps, but then once I kind of got into it, it's let me say this: it feels way better than reverse pec deck. That's for sure. So I'll do a couple more here. I'll probably do a drop set, I think, but then that'll be it. So two more here, drop set, and it'll be a lot of back posing and shots from the rear today because I hit shoulders and back. I mean, it's not much from the front to see. But anyways, let's do a couple more, like I said, and we'll check it out. Yeah, that does not hurt at all compared to reverse pec deck. Night and day difference. All right, this might be a little tougher than I thought it was going to be because for whatever reason, my shoulder started hurting again. It's actually hurting pretty bad right now. Just a burning sensation. Mm. So I'm gonna try to do what I can. Posing might be a little shoddy. And I'm actually probably gonna. I think I'm actually gonna wait to do abs until later this evening because I need to let this kind of settle down a little bit. It's probably bad enough that I'm gonna try to power through this posing. Um, but what I think it is all this accumulation of this extra back and chest volume that I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of extra volume in both those areas, and I think it's just starting to aggravate my shoulder a little bit. Um, so this might be a week where I kind of pull it back some. We'll see how it plays out. But but yeah, I'm gonna probably pose. I'm gonna wait to do abs, like I said. Try to let my shoulder calm down a little. I'll probably. This is what I used to do actually. I used to do abs like an hour or two before I go to bed, which for some people that might be hard. You know what I mean? Some people. I mean, I already kind of struggle with sleeping anyways, so I can understand that logic of it being kind of difficult. Because even if it's only a 10-minute, 15-minute ab routine, it definitely gets your heart rate up. It gets your blood flowing more, and it can kind of make it harder, even harder, to fall asleep if you do that. But that's what I used to do, and I found really good results doing that. So, who knows? I might go back to it, try for 3 or 4 weeks and see if I still like it. But today, I'm definitely going to do that because even right now, just standing here talking, my shoulder's hurting pretty good. So let's just do it. Let's just get into it. Try to knock it out. If my shoulder will hold up just long enough to do that, and I'm probably just gonna get out of here after that. Man, I hope I got at least one good pose in there because that whole time, and even right now, my shoulder is getting progressively worse. So, main focus now: go home, um, ice the fuck out of it, probably take some ibuprofen. Hopefully tomorrow it's better. If not, I may consider taking a rest day tomorrow because this, if it feels like this tomorrow, I can't train through that. It'd be very, very unwise to do so. So I'm just see how it plays out. I'm gonna try to do everything I can when I get home to hopefully have this good by tomorrow. And even just sitting here, just kind of letting it rest on my leg. It's the pain's getting better. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it feels tomorrow because I am definitely of the mindset that I won't even put a number on it, but let's just say most of the time, if you're having a little problem or you're tired, whatever it might be, you should push through and train. But every now and then, a situation like this occurs, and it's just like, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow's chest day, and I couldn't imagine trying to push any weight with my shoulder being like this. It's just sometimes, even though I like to have that mindset of just grinding it out, pushing through, every situation is different and calls for a different kind of approach. But I will say, I'm just sitting here talking and talking, and it's getting better. So hopefully, with some rest and some ice and some ibuprofen, like I said, hopefully it feels better by tomorrow. But I'm done. Other than my shoulder, it was a really good workout. Really good workout. I wouldn't even say it's my shoulder. See, here's the thing too. We went and watched the new Superman movie yesterday, and on the way home, my girlfriend was driving the car, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, my head, which was my head, I don't remember, but I remember I woke up and my head was in a weird position, and my neck was hurting, and it's actually kind of up through my trap. It's like right here. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I slept on it wrong, and it's just a little tweaked. But whatever it is, I got to get it right. So tomorrow you might see a video, you might not. If you don't see one, you know what happened. So till then, like I said, I'm gonna go try to get this right.